guys, it's Angela and welcome back to my channel. I did not plan on starting this specific video like this, but some things have happened. Let me catch you up. So Annalie asked Nate to come sit down at the table, and the table was right here, and he stepped over here and was like, why is it so wet? Well, apparently we have a leak somewhere, so now he's trying to figure out what's going on, but you can see the baseboard being a different color, and this carpet is wet and kind of soaked, and her cushions were right there, so now those are wet. So I gotta figure out what's going on. So we are clearing out half of the downstairs. This is where we currently have our living room and was Annalie's playroom set up. In case you can't tell by the discoloration over here, we had a leak. The foundation is cracked and therefore water is seeping into our basement. And since this is a finished basement, we want to tackle this as quickly as possible before more things get ruined. We are going to rip the carpet up. It was our intentions to rip up the carpet and replace carpet down here in general, just not quite yet. So this is kind of fast tracking renovations. So this is the discoloration. This is what needs torn up. This is all soaked. So we're just going to cut the carpet into strips. So we're going to cut the carpet into strips. That is the easiest way to remove carpet. And we're definitely going to take it back to that hallway line. Don't mind Annalie. That hallway line right there. We might even do the whole hallway. We do plan on carpeting all of this, but it will be after that wall is fixed and we double check and make sure that nothing like that will happen on this wall. Yeah, guys, welcome. So glad you could join us today. Welcome to the basement renovation video. I'm assuming this is going to have to be in a couple parts because it's going to be a lot of video. And so yeah, today we are specifically tackling the ripping of the carpet, exposing the wood paneling, so taking the wood paneling off, exposing the cinder blocks below both of the windows to make sure both windows are good. We know for a fact that window over there is leaking. And yeah, so if you guys like home renovation projects, please keep on watching. It's greatly appreciated. And let's jump into it.
Thank you.
Good cheerleader.
Thank you so much.
You're the perfect little manager, standing around. Good job! Yay, babe. Say yay, good job. Oh my God. Hooray! Wait, her tail. Dude.
Who, the dog?
Yeah.
Just like wagging?
Yeah.
Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best. I was your first love, and you were my first one. Cheers to all the memories, the venom and the remedies, yeah. Promise I won't forget, yeah. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, 'cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here tonight before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does. We gave it all we had. It's time to say bye, baby, bye. I'll be, you'll be, yeah, we'll be fine. So let's call it a night, and that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, 'cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye.
Alright, so here's the thing. This is drywall, not foundation, which makes sense because, like, that's a closet and whatnot. Foundation, and there is like a crack here. So obviously I'm concerned about what's down there, as well as like underneath the steps. But I think I have to double check. I think we can see underneath the steps. I know there's a bunch of stuff in the way, but I'll figure that out in a second. All of this paneling has been removed all the way down there. So don't mind this. This is obviously a mess. I have to see about that wall. That wall there is for the laundry room, so there's no cinder block there. So I won't have to take the paneling off in that area. So we removed all of the paneling, and we had a few people out here giving us quotes. So what ended up happening is there are one crack above that big window there, the crack we knew of. There was one here that might have been repaired in the back. A very thin crack here, but like kind of bad. So we're gonna be sealing that one up. Oh, there's some light for you to see. Nate is repairing the cracks. So we got two people to give us estimates. One of them actually told us exactly what product they use. And at the end of the day, Nate did a bunch of research on YouTube and with the company and found out how to do it, and literally bought the material that the company was going to use to fill in the cracks. So we will demonstrate how we're doing one of them, but it is kind of a long, boring process. So we're not going to do every single one with you guys, but we'll show you one.
It almost looks like they used a shittier version of the product right here.
Yep. That's what one of the guys said.
I wonder if they tried using that just general expanding foam, but it like starts expanding the moment it hits oxygen,
Yeah.
which doesn't let it actually penetrate before it starts expanding.
Yeah. So what do you do first besides remove the plastic?
Yeah, so you're gonna, make sure you've got a nice clean workspace. Just like anything, you actually want to clean something before you glue it so that your adhesive or whatever you're using is actually sticking to the surface and not a layer of dirt sitting on top of the surface.
So your kit came with that, right?
Yeah, this came with the second kit I bought. So that's really nice. Because I was actually looking for basically this at Home Depot, and I couldn't find one. I have this like little 1 inch by 2 inch square, oddly shaped handle. I'm like, I just need a steel wire brush, like the most basic scrubbing tool. So, there's this concept in cooking called mise en place or place, where you're gonna have all your ingredients ready. Basically, on your cooked surface, you're gonna have everything you need and nothing you don't. That's been my experience here. Is when you have these epoxies, these mixtures of chemicals starting to cure. It's better to have the tool you need right next to you and somewhere to put your leaking caulk gun. So I've got some paper trash down here. I've got all of my ports ready to go. You put ports, you'll see later. There's another different tube that goes into these ports. That's the mixture that actually creates the expanding foam and creates the watertight and probably airtight seal in the cracks of the foundation here. So I've got everything prepped, at least for this step. So I get to squirt this out, mix it up. It starts curing after about 10 minutes. It gets real tacky and hard to spread. And so you put the ports down first, get them nice and flush against the wall if you can. And then I'll go through and put the outer sealant on the rest of the crack.
Okay.
Fixing the house, I've told you. So this, I'm just using the rest of what I've already mixed up. I'll actually go back and try to get a more complete seal, but it starts curing really fast, so you gotta work fast. It's better to do it in smaller mixtures on your little palette, because you can always go back and make more. But it gets real frustrating and it's expensive to be leaving it on your cardboard. Biggest thing is, if you're gonna have a hole, it's probably gonna be where you just put that port, so you wanna make sure it gets really good and thick around the base of the ports and plugs up any of those holes.
So this is the foam that's being injected in.
Yep. So these cracks are a little bit thinner. You can actually soak it in hot water for a bit.
The tube of the...
Yeah, this tube you can soak in warm water to get the stuff thin.
I heard that too. Oh,
Yeah,
I
there's like
see it.
some real tiny holes. See,
Oh,
there it goes.
yep. So you have to inject it from bottom to top, and once it starts coming out of the top, not supposed to come out that much, but
It's alright.
then you plug that port and you move on to the next port. That lets you know it's expanding.
One step she did not film was they give you a little squirt water bottle thing, and that you do top to bottom through the ports, squirting water to kind of rinse it out. And
Oh, we got a drip.
I was gonna say, I don't know how much more I have left. I'm glad I hit the, I just ran out.
Okay, so now that all of the cracks are filled, we're going to be going through and reattaching all of the paneling. I had to kind of figure out where the panels went because I did try to keep them where they were supposed to be, but they did get shuffled around a little bit. In addition to getting the paneling put back up, we are going to tackle smoothing out the paneling because I don't want 1970s grooved paneling. If that's your vibe, more power to you. It's not mine. We kind of had the vision to paint it and give it like a wainscoting kind of look. I'll insert a picture here of like the inspiration. So I am shopping around for some trim and we're gonna smooth out the panels. What I'm thinking as far as smoothing the panels out is every 16 inches, there's a stud to attach the paneling to. I'm going to go every 32 inches to put trim vertically down to give it that wainscoting appearance. With that being said, I don't have to smooth out every single crack. Some of them, most of the ones I need to cover, actually line up where a trim piece is going to go, which is really going to come in handy. It's going to save me a bunch of time. Now the ones that don't get covered by the trim, I have to smooth out. And I'll explain that process as well here in a few minutes. I'll be showing you how we're doing that because I've also kind of tested it on a wall. So.
Nobody told me to settle down. Late nights, don't get around. But there's something about you I like. About you I like. You're crazy for saying I should slow down, but maybe I'm escaping the love we found. There's something about you I like. About you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie. If only you knew.
So I'm going to need a circular saw to put the last panel of this wall up. But while I wait to do that later, we can go ahead and start prepping it to get primed. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually take drywall compound. And so essentially what we're going to be doing is filling in these creases of the panels Some of them are purely decorative. Some of them are where two panels meet together. And some of them are not going to be covered because they're actually going to get covered with a piece of vertical trim. Again, in the next step. So I'm just using all-purpose joint compound. We're gonna pack it in pretty well. If there is a joint of two boards coming together that isn't getting a panel trim piece put over top of it, I have like a mesh drywall repair kit to kind of cover that, almost like when you install drywall. If you've ever seen drywall installed, they use what is called drywall tape to seam two pieces of drywall together. Basically, I'm doing the exact same thing here. We're going to let that first coat dry thoroughly, sand it, and then we'll do a coat of primer. I'm using a stain blocking primer to help reduce any of this possible stain coming through the color that we'll be putting on the walls. And then if need be, if any of the spots are still kind of low, I'll go in with another round of joint compound.
One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Guess I'm just too scared to settle down. There'd be many nights I got too high and almost left town. But there's something about you. Something about you I like. About you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better, yeah. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better.
Are you helping? Yeah? Good job. You're doing such a good job. Look at you getting it right on that crack. Yeah. Oh, such a pro. You're doing a better job than Mom. Mom. Yeah. Mom. What? Mom. Jesus. Yeah, you're helping. You moving on to another crack? I'm helping. Yeah. Who's that?
Make a good painting.
Are you all done?
No, do some more. I think you missed a spot. Tell me about it, please. Tell me more. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy. You are making it 3D now, aren't you? Yeah? Okay, you totally can keep doing what you're doing. It's awesome. But this is never going to dry, this big clump here. So mommy's just gonna put that. I'm sorry. Just that little bit. Okay, go at it. I'm sorry, that big clump was never gonna dry. What are you doing? Come here. Come on. Oh, we got a paw print. Actually, maybe mommy will put your handprints in it when you're all done. Can you work on this side? Ow! Want mommy to rotate this? After we did all of the smoothing of the seams with the joint compound, I went in with the first coat of primer. Again, I'm using that Cover Stain primer. I also opted to use a 1.5 inch roller to kind of give like a thicker layer of paint to the panels. That was also going to help further smooth the panels more than what I was already doing.
Yeah, as soon as she started recording, she stopped.
Alright guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I am in a much better mental state than what I was when we started this video. It has also been about a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks now. So progress has been made, but we still have a lot to go. So this will be part 1 of our living room slash playroom slash office makeover. There will be several more parts to go, and you guys comment down below what you want to see. But what I'm thinking of doing is there'll be 2 parts of like the renovating of the space. I am doing built-in, so I'm gonna do that like a whole separate video, and then we'll do decorating, and that'll be its own video. I want to know if you guys want to see each zone in its own video, which would make the videos shorter, a little bit more tangible, or one just big long video. It would be the living room, the office, and the playroom, or I could even do like living room and office together and then playroom separate. Nate's room and hallway is probably going to be its own video. But I kind of want to know what you guys are thinking, what you're vibing. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys very soon in a brand new video in a few days. Mwah. Bye.